What's up, guys? Um, I got a couple of minutes before my next phone call, and I have a note here. I was going to write an article or a blog post or a Facebook post, but sometimes it's easier to just talk. Um, so I'm going to talk. First of all, I'm going to admit the two times that I really remember being wrong, not including the time I put this hoodie on inside out, but the other two times. Um, One was a couple years ago. Actually, it was quite a few years ago now. Um, I was training like 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day, and I couldn't build muscle. And then like I would eat more, and I got fat, and it didn't make any sense because I was training like sometimes twice a day, and I sought out help, and I finally got a hold of somebody, Vince Urbank, who one of the best deadlifters on the planet, looks great, super lean, like abs up to his eyeballs. And he says a few things to me. He says, "You got to train less, dude. Like you're nuts. I'm not training less. I'm gonna get fat, and I'm never gonna build muscle." And anyway, so for like 6 months, I went back and forth, afraid to listen to the dude that has been there, looks awesome, is doing what I want to do, and has trained like 10 other people to do what I want to do. And I wouldn't listen because training less, like I was training 7 days a week. He told me to train three. Like I was going to get fat as hell and lose all my muscle. So anyway, I'm the kind of person that don't knock it till you try it, even though I really, really doubted it. So I said, good, I'm going to do this. I'm going to prove him wrong, that this won't work for me. I am a special snowflake. And so I followed his program to a T because I was going to prove this guy wrong. And I was going to do everything he told me to do. And I was going to mess up. And I was going to say, ha, I told you. And I actually built a whole bunch of muscle and got really lean. So, one, what is this world coming to when you go to prove a man wrong and end up making a bunch of progress, right? So that's the first time that I was like, the people that have actually been there, the people that have accomplished things and experienced things have a different belief system than the people that haven't. And when they tell stories like, hey, you need to work out less or you need to eat carbohydrate, it's okay. It doesn't match the belief system of the people that haven't been there, right? The people that haven't been there use like this common sense and everything that experienced people tell them seems counterintuitive. And it is counterintuitive to inexperienced people because their intuition fucking sucks, right? Like, I just read a book and it talks about if you go into a Facebook group on legal issues, all these people that have seen a bunch of Law and Order have these ridiculous explanations for things that would never happen in the real life. And that's kind of like what it is. So the second time, I'm training with Vince, and then I get big. Like I'm 250 pounds, and I want to get shredded. So I cut out all my carbohydrates because that's what the belief system told me to do, right? And I contact Trevor Cashy, Dr. Cashy, and I'm like, he says, you got to eat more carbs. And I said, I'm going to get fucking fatter. So again, for 2 or 3 months, I watched, and Trevor was walking the walk, and all his people were making progress. And finally, I said, you know what? I'm going to do everything he says. I am going to document it, and I am going to prove that it doesn't work. And I did everything he said, and I documented it, and I got the most shredded I've ever got in my life. And again, what is this world coming to when you go to prove a man wrong and you reach all your goals in life, right? So that's like both times. The two best decisions I ever made were to disagree with an expert, but because I'm the kind of person I am, I have to do diligence. So I disagree with an expert and I pay him money, because that's the only way he's going to give you advice, just to disprove them twice. And I follow everything they do and I document it just so I can say, look how ridiculous it is to work out less and eat more carbs. And I did exactly what they said, and I worked out less and I ate more carbs and I got so freaking lean. I never thought it would happen. So if you really follow an expert and you think that somehow your false belief system is more accurate than this expert that has done it over and over and over again, I challenge you to give them money, do everything they say, and document it just to prove them wrong. It'll be the best decision of your life. So that's that. Those are the 2 times that I really remember being wrong because they benefited me so much. Just remember that the belief system you have when you don't have experience is so different than the belief system of people that do have experience. And when the people that do have experience tell you what works in the real world, it's not going to make any fucking sense to you because you don't have experience. So it seems like working out less and exercising more to get where you want to be is counterintuitive. And again, if your intuition sucks, then yeah, it is counterintuitive. Intuition is based on experience. So that's that. I just think it's funny, what's the world coming to? Every time I pay an expert to prove him wrong, I get awesome results, so yeah, I was wrong. I mean, I've been wrong a million times. I choose to forget all those. But I remember the 2 times that I was wrong and the expert was right. Fortunately, I'm the kind of person that needs to prove you wrong. And I don't prove you wrong with theory. I'm going to go through it, right? So pretty much, if you want to discredit somebody, you should give them money. Or not. Maybe they'll give it to you for free. Do everything they tell you to do and document it so you can throw it in their face and say, look, I did it and you suck. And you're probably going to make a whole bunch of progress. Because we live in a world where experts with systems have systems that work in the real world. And again, what works in the real world via experience does not jive with whatever bullshit false belief people have that have not experienced anything, right? So just understand that. That's a lot of experts, when you talk to them, there's this pattern interrupt, whoa, that's the opposite of what I thought. But of course, they're an expert, you're not. Of course you think opposite. If you thought the same, you'd be an expert too, right? So consider that. But those are the 2 times I was proved wrong. I'm really happy about it. And now when I'm skeptical of somebody that's getting results that I want, I'm going to give them money and I'm going to do everything they say and I'm going to document it so I can prove that they suck. And at the end of the day, I'm probably going to make a whole bunch of progress because I followed a system and documented it. So that's that. I'm aware that my hoodie is inside out. I said that at the beginning. That's my 3rd mistake. Put the hoodie on inside out.